Hello, everyone. We are going to do a reading using Wish Oracle. This is a deck from V Love and Crystals. She's on Etsy. Um, she makes many different kinds of decks. I bought this one quite a few years ago. Love the pictures, love the cards. Very good intention set with the different pictures. This one here is a reading that you can do for just a one card pull. It can be used to determine what kind of outcome you're going to have. Like this can be used for seeing what your heart's desires are. It's a great deck just to use for many different purposes. So let's take a look. We are going to pull a 3 card pull for the collective. There we go. And we're going to pull a theme card. All right, so let's take a look at our cards. So our first card is fame. So this is telling you um, maybe you're meant to be famous. Maybe you're meant to make a difference. Sometimes being famous can also be um, standing up for something you believe in. Standing up for your 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 belief system, your rights, your life. This could also be stepping into doing something that you're called to do in arts or something that you're called to do in singing or performance. Fame has a lot to do with not being afraid to be different. You know, Usually the people that stand out and aren't afraid to be different are the ones that are often in the spotlight. So fame can have a lot to do with overcoming things that held you back, being public speaker, being someone who steps into their calling, being someone who is empowered to inspire others, being someone who loves to be in front of people, right? That's that's what fame is. Fame is an inner understanding as well of what your life purpose is. So, gratitude, this is telling you that whatever you are doing, make sure you're doing it from a good heart. Make sure you're giving thanks. Make sure you're honoring that energy that you are pulling in, right? If you are stepping into your power, if you are stepping into a new life purpose, if you are stepping into doing something that maybe you haven't done before and it's becoming popular for you, don't lose your heart. Okay. A lot of times when we become famous or we step into a role that requires us to be in the spotlight, you see many people lose themselves. Keep a hold of gratitude, keep a hold of humbleness. Allow yourself to be humble, allow yourself to be grateful and thankful for where you are and how you got there, because that is the way that sees you through the energies that can come with the whole being famous, wanting to be famous. This your health card is telling you that it doesn't matter how famous you are, how popular you are, how great you are, if you are not healthy on the inside, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, you it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be hard. It might not be fulfilling for you in the end. You see a lot of people that often they are rich and famous and popular, and after all that time you hear them say that they're lost, or they're unhappy, or um, they're not sure what makes them happy. So this is telling you to have a balance, have a good heart with gratitude and thankfulness, and focus on your body, your health, focus on what keeps you strong and makes you valuable. Without health, how far do we really truthfully get? How far can, yes, you could be famous, but if you can't enjoy it, really, then what's all that work for? So this is telling you to make sure you're staying healthy. Don't allow yourself to get too emotionally pulled into um, a draining situation, okay? Sometimes becoming this role model, or becoming this important person, or becoming this idol that people look up to, or becoming this energetic uh, higher frequency of yourself can take a toll on who you truly are. So make sure you're taking care of yourself, make sure your body is balanced, make sure your heart comes from a good place every day, right? And as you do so, you will gain confidence, right? Your confidence will grow, your ability to interact and achieve your goals will grow. And with each experience, you will get better and better and better, and you will step into your purpose, and you will be unique, you know. But you got to have confidence. I always tell my students, um, if you want to learn something, confidence is the first place to start, right? So thank you so much for checking in with us. I hope this reading resonates with you, and have a wonderful evening. Bye.